And yeah, I don't know. He kind of gave me a leg up on YouTube, and it was a very touching thing because he's just a regular Canadian guy. Just like Fraser was saying, he should be in a canoe somewhere fishing, okay? But we saw what was going on in our country, and we decided to do something about it.
Yes.
Out of all these independent creators, or people who are thinking about it, you can do it. It's as simple as hitting record, starting a channel, and being consistent. But our next speaker is someone who has done this to great success. Woo! Over 200 and some thousand subscribers on YouTube.
Wow.
I don't know the specifics if it's like an official business or what, but independent media works. It can work. You can make it work. But without further ado, let me introduce Dan Dix.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much, everybody. This is really awesome to be in our nation's capital here with so many amazing, like-minded people. I've really been meeting a lot of great people today, and it's been awesome. I wish, to be honest, that we were here in full celebration today, but really, as you know, 2020 hasn't exactly given us a whole heck of a lot to celebrate about, and our Canadian government is not giving us a whole heck of a lot to celebrate about. And that is largely due to the fact that, I don't know if you guys are aware, that our Canadian political system was actually infiltrated by an SJW. He's also a trans rights activist, and he happens to be a feminist as well, but he worked his way all the way up to the top to become Prime Minister of this country. His dad might have had something to do with it, I don't know, but he's an SJW who got in there, and he underwent a cultural Marxist revolution throughout the education system that has affected his ideology, and it's now starting to permeate throughout society in ways we probably couldn't have even imagined. I mean, how many people here today, on Canada Day, a day when we would sing the national anthem, how many of you wanted the government to change the lyrics from an all of us command, an all our sons command, to an all of us command? Did any of you guys want that? This government is constantly doing what the Canadian people don't want. Look at when COVID-19 came around and we have this tyrannical government running the show. COVID-19 didn't shut down the economy. The pandemic did not destroy small and medium-sized businesses, guys. The Canadian government is the one who's responsible for and going against our civil liberties. And, Canadians are fed up with it. And in the midst of all this happening, we have this uprising against the police on a global scale. And I understand that. I really do. I made a documentary film about the Canadian police state. Some of you may have heard of it. Into the Fire. Have you heard of that one?
Yes.
It documents the Canadian police state in great lengths. And now we're starting to see it show up on our doorstep. So when I did that in 2010, and I saw a complete obliteration of our civil liberties and freedoms, I never would have imagined that just 10 years later it would be happening, but even worse now. And it's to the point now where, I don't know if you saw it just a few weeks ago, I was at a Black Lives Matter rally covering the protests, and I was surrounded by a group of a couple hundred Antifa, and they assaulted me, and the police arrested me after that. Is that the kind of Canada you guys want? So, I guess the question is, what do we do? I mean, society has undergone, as I say, a cultural Marxist revolution through multiple generations through the education system. So I think what we're going to need to do is educate our friends and our family about the importance of embracing individual freedoms and individual liberties over this collectivist mindset. And we're going to have to do it at great lengths through multiple generations. And in fact, we need more people on our side at this point. So I would say, go make some babies, everybody. We need more like-minded people like us to be able to combat this current issue. So if we want to move towards a more freedom-loving world, that's what we need to do. So educate your friends and family about the importance of denying this collectivism mindset, this cultural Marxist revolution that is taking place in Canada. We gotta talk about the importance of individual freedoms and liberties and embracing that if we ever want to have any hope of moving forward with Canada in any kind of a good direction moving forward. So That's the message I wanted to bring to you guys today. Embrace true freedom and individual liberties and reject this BS collectivist mindset. Thanks so much.
Give it up for Dan Dix!